I'm so sorry for the lack of videos lately, guys, but I have a good one for you today. We're talking about the Patriots who just beat the Tennessee Titans 36-13 for their sixth straight win in a row to make their record 8-4. So impressive. According to Pro Football Focus here, they are ranked the number one overall team. Yeah, you heard me correctly there. Second overall offense with the fourth overall defense. That's obviously the best combination. And the fourth overall special teams. Obviously, Nick Folk has been really great, and that's played a huge part in it. Also, Gunnar Olszewski, I mean, talk about a great punt and kick returner so far this season, especially, I've noticed. I mean, every single time it's like he can break tackles and make plays, but that's besides the point. Overall, we're just ranked better and better every week in this six game winning streak, obviously, and now we've gotten to a point where it's just we peaked really well here at the late portion of the season, and we're gonna have to see, can they beat the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Now, I've paid attention to what the weather is going to be like for this game because the one thing that stands true is the Patriots have been a really good running team outside of last week where they basically abandoned the run and went pure passing. And that was nice to see, actually, because what they proved to me last week, and it was awesome to see, is that even if the run game really just isn't working, and especially early on in the game when things actually mattered, it wasn't working. Later on, it kind of loosened up as I think the Titans kind of knew they had lost the game. But really, they abandoned the run game, and they proved they can win with the passing game too if they can't run it. And that's really nice to see because a lot of the concerns a lot of people had with the team is if the run game isn't working, is this team going to be able to still move the ball and put up points and win games? And I think last week versus a pretty good Titans defense, probably, obviously a top 16 defense, I would say, so a top half in the NFL at least. They've been kind of rated as one of the better defenses overall, especially passing, and we were able to pass really effectively. Mac Jones' best game in his career so far, I would say, last week. With 300 plus yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, really great game for him. I wanted to talk about two players as well, by the way. Kendrick Bourne has really come together later this season, and I think he is a guy that we need to focus on keeping around. He's the 15th ranked wide receiver according to Pro Football Focus, and with us, he's having the best year of his entire career with a 78.5 overall ranking. Last year, he was had a 72 overall ranking, and he was the 53rd overall wide receiver, now 15th overall. I mean, that is starting caliber right there, Kendrick Bourne. He's only 26, so I think, keeping him around, obviously he's in a larger contract with us right now, but keeping him around and not letting him go is going to be a priority because, getting good wide receivers in New England is not something that has come easily, usually, in their history. They've tried so many different wide receivers, and it's pretty rare for it to work out. But Bourne has been a bright spot there for sure. Really happy about him. And then another bright spot that I've just really enjoyed watching, I would have to say Kyle Duggar. He's in his second year here. He's 25, almost 26. He came in as a pretty old rookie. Probably, I think he was 24 when he came in, which is about as old as you can be as a rookie. But he came out, he had a 64.1 grade in his rookie season, and I remember watching him and thinking, look, this guy's pretty flashy. Like, he's showing some good plays here and there, some, pretty bad plays here and there. Typical rookie season for a guy that's a second or third round pick in that range. And he was ranked 49th overall safety, so that's okay for a rookie, obviously. This season, so far, from what I've seen, he's had multiple interceptions, first off. I mean, I forget the exact amount here. I can't see it on screen. Let me see if I can find it here. No, I can't right now, but I think it's something like 2 or 3 at least. Yeah, I think 3. But multiple interceptions. Last year he didn't have any. And then also his tackling. I mean, he is a safety, but he might literally be the best tackler on the entire team. Have you ever seen somebody break a tackle on this guy? I mean, every single play he takes them down right where they meet. It's amazing to me. He plays a lot like a linebacker, and they play him a lot like a hybrid. They like to have him covering the tight end. Obviously, versus Kyle Pitts, he had a pretty good game. Um, I remember he broke up that one pass on a third down play. I think that was the first drive of the Falcons, maybe. It was a couple weeks ago, so I don't remember exactly. But, I mean, he just really has had a good season, and he's ranked the 27th overall safety this season so far, which is pretty good for a third option because that's what he is right now. He's our third option safety. And by the way, teams have two safeties, so to be 27th, that is pretty high up there because there's on average, I think there's 64 starting safeties in the NFL. So to be the third, to be our third safety and be ranked 27th, that's pretty awesome. Phillips is ranked the fifth overall safety. McCourty's ranked the 19th. So we have three really good safeties right now. And with the possible departure of McCourty very shortly, either this, after this season or next season, I think Phillips is going to take over that free safety role, and I think they're going to slide Kyle Duggar into that strong safety role. And honestly, with the talent we have there right now, that should be a pretty smooth transition. We shouldn't see too much of a downfall at the safety position after Devin McCourty retires. I mean, we have the talent there, I think, to develop these players very, very nicely. And even how impressive the defense has played, I think the talent on the offense is overall, I mean, looking across the board, offensive line, tight end with Hunter Henry, who's been excellent. Wide receiver, who Myers and Bourne have played above expectations, I would say. But Aguilar has been kind of average or even a little bit below average for what we were expecting to get with him. And then obviously Jones has been excellent compared to expectations. And then Ramondre Stevenson and Damian Harris. I mean, I think the offense is more talented than the defense, but I think they've really still not reached their peak. I think the defense is just playing out of control, be way beyond expectations at all. And it's been awesome to see that overall. I mean, the development there has been really, really awesome. But for the Bills, talking about the Bills game, uh, we got to have our fingers crossed that there is some sort of nasty weather, lake effect snow, rainfall, maybe even just, some snow, something going on nasty weather wise, and there is a good possibility of snow or rain. If it's dry, that's going to be a huge impact because obviously the Bills, they can hardly run the ball, but they can pass really well. Okay? The Patriots, they can do either really well, but definitely they can run really well, especially compared to the Bills. So in nasty weather like snow or rain, the running teams tend to have a way bigger upper hand. And since the Bills can't run it, I mean, imagine trying to pass in heavy snow, deep balls. That's what the Bills do. Those flashy big plays, those are going to be eliminated in heavy snowfall games. And if we get a game like that, it's going to play largely into the Patriots' favor, I would say. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.